Shalom, this is Asar Masrallah, Allah's in camp, and first and foremost, I like to give our praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son, in the proper true Hebrew tongue, Ka Olam La, Yahweh Shemashah, Bashim Harukakudash Ma'amah, also doubles to the elders and apostles of GMS, and them of Zamad as well, Ahar Wa Masrallah. Peace and blessing one third, and salutations to the over elect. This lesson is going to go on substance of things hoped for, and of course a good scripture to know the dynamic of that would be faith. You can do anything through faith, and faith is I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. This is Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So man, and that substance, which is faith as well, is and of course faith being the beginning, simply believing into the name of Yahweh Shemashah, you can be saved. Believing on the name of Yahweh Shemashah can do a lot of things. Faith, as much as a mustard seed, can bring you salvation and allow you to move mountains. In the name of Yahweh Shemashah. So, in that substance, that's treasure. That's treasures that's not even seen. And really that can be physical or spiritual. Cause Esau got try to get his hands on everything on this earth physically, but everything on the earth is not even theirs. You still got 85% of the waters undiscovered. And of course the spiritual substance that's given unto the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Ultimately faith, the spirit, man. And that's what faith is, going along with that. But this lesson mostly going to the substance of things hoped for. And I couldn't really find a scripture that kind of go into totally well. It actually is a few, but still of going into what that substance is. And of course the substance is beginning with faith. It still goes with order, goes with obedience, goes with righteousness, and ultimately anything righteous through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, So I'm gonna get it one more time. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, man. And of course, our our spirits are not seen. The spirit of Yahweh Shemashah can only be seen with the spiritual eye. You can't pull someone's spirit and look at it, and observe it, but you can't spiritually look at the glow on them, the aura, like Bruce Leroy, an actual glow. And of course that's what the men of the Lord are gonna have in the kingdom, in New Yashrael. After this kingdom is destroyed and New Jerusalem is established, they're gonna have an actual glow on them. Yes, it is gonna be able to see that, but right now you can only see it through a brother's fruit, through their tree, and your tree should be the true truth of Yahweh Shemashah, and the fruit should show it, like right doctrine, right everything. You got to be on point, and brothers have, and it's true, they're gonna have humility, and we all pray for the same thing, because we are just a warranty Yahweh Shemashah, and we just men trying to do the work of Yahweh Shemashah through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah. So and with that, we don't want any guile to be found in our mouth, and we can say to one another, to a brother that's going off, we can simply correct them, rebuke if he's just want to be going off, but correct, chastise just like the Lord do, but just a spiritual chastisement is like, just really just correction, not we'll whoop a brother like he's a child, but just correct him. It could be a date, could be a breakdown, could be anything. Just correct them, move on. And that's a substance. That's wisdom. That's knowledge, and that's understanding. That's something that brothers have. This when we come to truth, you understand the whole how the world works really. you understand the dynamics between men and women, the dynamic between men, woman, child, and beast. And you get that only through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai. Esau can go to school for 20 plus years and not know nothing. They can they're only physically able to uh block Israelite uh so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans to not let them know anything about who they are. That's how it is. It's a racist system, and that's how the Lord even set it up. But that Esau is the hands of the world is in the hands of the wicked. That's how the Most High even set it up. And Esau take hold of that because he got the sword, he got the money and the gold and the guns. But that's what they can do that. But you can still have a brother that still wake up. So Esau's job is only to be wicked. They can't be a scholar to be they can't go to 20 years, 30 years to be a scholar trying to get into the door of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's not how it works. You got to just simply be a part. You got to be a part of the fold, firstly, and you got to actually believe. Esau can't believe, you know. But come. This is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 13. We shall find our precious substance. We shall fill our house with spoil, man. Salakia. So kind, man. We all our precious substance is ultimately just wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's faith. Faith in the words of Yahweh and my side. Get into the kingdom, getting out of this place, and of course to get to that point anyways would be the prophesy the name of the Lord and highways and byways for the men and for the women. Study. Study. Look at videos. Always keep pushing. Even for children, keep studying and pushing, and for men, keep studying and pushing, and go on highways and byways if you want to be part of that elect. So that's how you gonna fill your house with spoils, with treasure. Well, Esau, booty, treasures, all that. But ultimately, our treasure would be faith. It would be obedience and righteousness. It wouldn't just be one simple thing. It would just be gold and silver. It wouldn't just be hens and cattle. I can have 100 hens and cattle. You still got to do. You still got to work to feed your cattle or your hens, or even just to take care of them and everything. So you got to work. And ultimately, the best work is just to bear your cross of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, anointed. Mashiach mean anointed. To simply know the truth and believe it and do it. That's gonna be the thing you have to go through. Because that's how the Lord set it up for 1/3 of the people and His elect man to go through trials and tribulations and to truly understand everything. How the word is supposed to be, and truly enjoy what they have gotten from this word, to not being a NIGGA or a BITCH anymore. It's not being ignorant, to even if you are ignorant of some things, you gonna reflect off your ignorance and trying to become wise off of it. Like before, getting the truth, any brother or sister in the world, well, depending. It depends on your spirit. But they'll be ignorant of themselves and the other people, and and of course of the nation Israel. And they simply wouldn't want to change, even though they know better. Wouldn't change even though they can, even though they can do better. Shalaki. So kind though. But ultimately, yeah, that substance, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, faith. That's a spoil. That's our treasures. Which is Proverbs chapter 8 verse 21. That I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, I will fill their treasures. So kind, man, going to win with that substance and that treasures. Our treasure would be simply knowing the name of Yahweh Shemashah, man. Simply having faith in Yahweh Shemashah, and like the scripture say, faith is much a mustard seed, can move a mountain, and slightly prayer raising. So that's all you need, and that's substance, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, faith, diligence, Slakia, knowing chastisement in our Indian nation, to know why we are in this place. We're in this place cause we didn't keep the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments, and we disobeyed our Lord Yahweh Shemashah, even though He gave everything to us. But within that, we got here. We got to second Egypt, and we were in slavery for now going on for 500 years, and now we in this state of mind to where our people don't even know they're enslaved. Even though the yoke of irons are off their necks and feet, it's still on their minds. And of course, the best slave is a slave that think he's free. Because he'll do anything for anything. He'll say he getting money to get money, and it's not more in life than money. To get money and clothes and cars and harlots and whatever. And then that's the way of life when you just feeding into Esau's way of life, to Esau's rat race, his American dream that no brother or sister should have a part of. A brother should want to strive to get truth and to get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shemashah, to be under the fold of Yahweh Shemashah, to simply be under the presence and wing and protection, of of the Lord, the Most High Yahweh. But brothers want to be protected by, quote unquote, their brothers, like gangs and whatnot. They protected by guns and all that jazz. But at the same time, man, that can only get you so far, because Esau got everything in their arsenal. They of course, simply they got missiles and nukes. Brothers don't got missiles and nukes. So, But going back to the point, Proverbs 8:21, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance. So ultimately, if you love the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, you're gonna inherit that substance, and that go for 1/3 of our people. That go for 144,000. That go for the elect that's out pushing and pushing, teaching right now, preaching on the highways and byways, and of course that's physically and physically and on the internet, the unicorn. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 19. If ye be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. So that's all the Lord asks of us. To be simply, of course, having faith and getting that substance, and to be willing and obedient, to have slight diligence. But that slight diligence is that that slight diligence is going to turn into complete diligence. It's going to turn into complete will, to will the will to do the will of Yahweh Shemashah, to do it through life or death, to live for it or to die for it, and to simply die for Yahweh Shemashah would be a wonderful thing, But right now in the times we're in, we're willing to do that, but of course we want to let Yahweh Zalma that number. I'm gonna read it one more time. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land, man. And ultimately, the good of our land right now is just eating the doctrine that the Lord set out men to teach. The right doctrine, the breakdown stuff, and ultimately to wake brothers, sisters, and children up, and waiting for everything to collapse, wait everything to break down, and still have to go through, Jacob's trouble, getting spiritual powers, waking up more brothers and sisters and children, helping out our people, and then ultimately get to the kingdom. That's the good that we shall eat. We eating That's what we ate as soon as we heard this truth. Do the true names of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Al-Shai, Yahweh meaning he exists, Ba'Shem meaning in the name of, Yahweh Shai meaning he delivered. If you heard man coming through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shai through the red doctrine, uh, then and you gonna immediately eat what what uh what this substance is. This is First Corinthians chapter 2 verse 5, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of Yahweh. So come, man. That's where our faith is. That's where our substance is. Of things not seen. You supposed to put your trust in a visible power, something that ain't no one can see. It's like that no one can see, but everyone can hear. If the Lord, the Most High Yahweh talks to you, you might explode. Well, if it's a heathen. But so kind though, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of man. You gotta have order in obedience. Just like in your household, just like that's what kind of lesson going on within your household. You gotta have that. You gotta pray to Yahweh Ba'Shem to receive substance. But kind though, that anything you believe on, of course, not going through man. It's ultimately going to through the power, of Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shai. It's not going to do anything else, so you can receive what the Lord promised us. Faith, and ultimately for the let man out there, for the brothers out there that want to be part of the 140,000 to be the elect. So it's pushing right now.